Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, what did MJ say we're calling this again? Oh, right. No, I got it. I know we're live. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Live. In person, live Raw. Welcome back to News My Fiance, Raw, live, in person, live Raw, with Morgan Jones and DJ Ambush. We are reporting live from Lily's basement.
Oh, yes, we is.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your support. Be a part of the text chat fam squad and join the conversation in the chat.
It's my turn to talk. I am not prepared. My name is Morgan. Shout out to Lily.
Hey.
And John. Shout out to the Middletons for being our studio sponsor for today. Usually, shout out to We Out Here Magazine and Spirited Justice.
Yeah.
We are usually reporting live from the 5 Alarm Fire that is downtown Portland in their beautiful space.
Correct.
Today, we are ending the year in Northeast Portland. That's all I'll say. We don't go further than that. Lily, don't tell them where you live.
Good point.
But thank you.
It was bubbling.
Yeah, it was. I could see it. Shout out to Kyle of Residual Audio, Jess, Ross, Michelle, our production team for making this happen every single week and making sure that we sound good. We are live. The lights are happening. The things are on.
I know that's right.
And of course, shout out to all of y'all for being here, listening, watching, staying engaged with us.
Yes. So before we get started, fiancés, make sure you subscribe, comment, and ring that bell. So the algorithm notices.
It's a mother-flubbing bell.
Yeah.
Too.
So the algorithm notices us. Become a member over at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance to support the ever-expanding show. We just want to spend more time with you and still pay our bills. So let's get this quality time popping.
Let's go.
Man.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I mean, I like the delay. The
delay was nice.
Extend the horn there.
That was nice.
Yes. Oh, man.
It's the end of the year.
It is.
Ambush, you feel so far away, you know.
But there's love in between us.
The most, the best.
Yeah.
Right
the most asbestos.
Yeah.
Full heart in between thine fiancés.
Lily got her way by trolling. That's how she's here right now. Lily decided to troll us on Instagram.
Yeah.
She didn't say a thing. She knows my number by heart. Like, I know she knows it.
Well, I mean, it's not like you hollered at my phone.
Okay, truth.
Y'all
I didn't holler at the phone because we didn't think we had time. But because you are a fantastic internet troll,
That's me.
we were able to make this happen.
I
Special
love that
guest.
she's so proud. I love she's like, yeah, that's me.
As she should be.
Yeah.
Right? As she should be.
We have a couple of other special guests for our end of the year live raw.
In person. Don't forget that part.
And the live raw.
Not only do we have other special guests, those special guests actually have a purpose, you know? We don't do anything without intention here at News with My Fiance.
Nope.
You have probably seen many a recap show, many a 2024 in review. You know, what happened this year? I don't even remember. Did I like it? I don't know. We're here to give you what you did and didn't. Your thumbs up and your thumbs down. And Lily, I'm not sure how in the non-spare time that she has, was able to give us a visual representation that matters most, you know, for this medium.
Yes.
Of what we do approve of and what we don't approve of. And Lily, I would love it if you would just take away.
Oh, I will. I will take it from here. Thanks so much. That was a phenomenal lead-in.
Thank you.
So, and I will be weighing in throughout the evening with our two special guests. You guys have a whole show prepared. If I'm ever at a loss for words, but have a big opinion, I might not verbalize it, but I may give my visual cue of strong disapproval. One Greg Oden, who apparently decided it was a great idea to show up at a Blazer game the other day. I'm going to take it back to 2007 and say, we never needed you.
Oh!
And then one very strong approval. He was made king this year wholeheartedly. And that would be one Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
So Kendrick is approve.
Kendrick is approved. Kendrick is, we want more of that.
Please.
We take it into 2025.
We need it in the 2025.
And Greg,
We never need.
We didn't
ever
want it.
again. You can just buy.
oh,
Greg.
no. Oh,
Look, hey, apparently he's going to take up residence and start coaching the big men for the basketball teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wants to teach people how to actually be a center, a thoughtful center, which he would never was.
I wonder if this is the, if you can't do teach.
Yeah, yes.
Got
It's
it.
got to be. And he's going to do that in Columbus, Ohio. So have fun over there, Greg.
Wow.
Lily's not upset at all. I
Not at all.
absolutely
Not at all.
love how hyper local her disapproval person is.
He and I have had straight beef.
Not from the beginning. He was,
2007.
to be clear, that was the wrong pick. It was one of the moments that the Blazers did what the Blazers do and said, we'll get the guy that is going to get hurt so much that he can't play.
You guys, at some point, if we have time, and only if we have time, I will share the personal knowledge I have about his initial injury
Oh.
preseason 2027. Post first. Sorry, not 2027.
2007.
2007. Post first round draft pick over Kevin Durant, I will remind everyone.
Yikes.
It's almost like
Yikes.
we don't need
Yikes.
to ever hear that, but we do.
But we do. So I do
You know?
just want to clarify why he was my pick. 2024 has been a rough one for a lot of us.
Yeah.
It's been a very rough one for me this year. And the last thing I needed was his face at the Blazer Dallas Mavericks game earlier this week to remind me that he existed. So,
I am not mad at that.
Bye, Greg.
Yeah. She didn't say hi.
No, I said
She said bye.
bye.
Well, I think that we've already set the tone. We know the kind of night.
We're about to have.
I explained to either one of you, I can't remember earlier, that like, oh no, I think it was to Ambush. I was like, so we had a show, a certain format planned, and that's not going to happen.
I'll do my level best, too.
No, just to be clear,
Yeah.
we have a format planned every single
time.
episode. Whether video or radio, there's always a format of some sort.
Yeah.
It does not mean we always get to the things, and it doesn't
Facts.
mean that we always get to the format.
Facts.
So I am not one of the people that, I do love a plan,
Yes.
as you both know, but I am
Plans are
trying to,
for Morgan.
plans are so good for me. But I am trying to explain that I am not a person who is so bound to the plan that I can't then pivot.
Ooh, I love a pivot.
And so as much as you
pivoting.
both love a pivot,
Love it. What?
Pivot.
Pivot champs.
Woo, woo.
Let's go.
Hashtag pivoting in 2025,
Bruh.
please.
Look where the pivot put us. Ew.
Ow.
okay, I do like look where the pivot put
Yeah,
us. Because look where it put us.
You know?
I am able to pivot. It is not a I don't know how. And I want to be clear, I have already had the talk with myself. Sometimes self you prep and you don't need that prep. Sometimes self you prep, you never get to the thing that you meant to. There's always a thing when a third person is introduced. It's always well, okay, always is the wrong word.
Usually?
But in this scenario, always a great addition.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
But it does mean some of these things may or may not, you know?
What's some of the topics?
Yeah, because, you know, it's just...
Who knows? Who knows, man?
You add in anything and it can go from... We talk about one thing and then we already talked about the thing, you know? So
what you're describing literally is our every week show.
Well, I think I started that
on
way.
Mondays and Thursdays.
I also think I started that way.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like,
that's a recap.
yeah.
Oh,
End of the year. We're
Yeah.
going to recap and recap
Yeah.
and recap.
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna
Some will
recap
be-
the things we just did because that's not.
Absolutely.
And
That is the
some
thing
will
I'm
be
not for.
wildly negative.
Shout out to we got some love from the 215 right now. My man DJ
Ew.
Doogie. What's up, son?
Hello, shout out Philly.
In the response to your Odom situation, he was like the Sixers have Embiid, so there's a kinship there.
He got beat on the Heat, too. Whilst on the Heat.
You know, it's just amazing the mediocrity that can happen and you still get a
Yikes.
job. But we'll move
We
forward.
talking about cops.
Will
or-
we?
Yeah.
Oh,
You jumped so far into
As
the
a
script.
matter of fact,
Sheesh.
He might as well be one.
for the disdain you have.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Oh my God.
GO in 2025. How about that?
Fuck Greg Oden.
Yeah.
Aaron was
Just
like, I don't know what the.
continue.
All right.
Well, what we plan to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We plan to hit you with some. All year we have been talking about Tiffany Henyard and Eric Adams.
Oh yeah.
Tiffany Henyard watch,
Big
Eric
yes.
Adams watch. Big that energy.
Yeah.
So we just want to recap. We want to. Where are they now? You know what's happening. We all saw the perp walk for your life. You know.
Also this. But a little bit of this. Like, you might have to be a great to get a perp walk of the whole century.
Of a quarter of the NYPD with you on the
Bruh.
tarmac because you obviously are Bane
Right.
and you are
Right.
going and your team is on its way and the cutout's about to happen and no floor now
They
and
act like they were filming a Michael Bay movie.
They
like,
were.
Chill the fuck out.
there was no acting.
Like, come on.
It's going to be like 45 days and Michael Bay is going to be like, okay, guys, so I got paid to be able to,
I got you the angles you needed.
I got you
for
the
that.
angles, all your memes, thank me.
Please.
So we're
honor
gonna go-
the invoice, guys.
We're going to go over that. We're also going to do a little what's happening now with the Drake and Kendrick beefington,
Whoa,
beef
Nelly.
Wellington, if you will.
Whoa, Nelly. The cooking is real.
So much of a fallout, so much of a spiral. There's lots to chat about.
That's just spiral.
Corporate media, wannabe corporate media, can't wait to be a corporate media.
Aren't you already a corporate media?
I mean, wow, 2024 really put a spotlight on the dumb shit.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about why there, isn't actually a G word and why they want us to believe that MAGA is imploding and losing their minds and hate each other. And
That's also this.
yes, one of the things that I want to make sure we get to, so if we get derailed a bunch, one of the things I want to make sure we talk about is rape culture in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to them.
Virtual?
2024 has been a year of, unfortunately. But
warrior
2024 has been a year of people going, here's this thing that happened to me, and other people going, surely it didn't. And then also, what were you wearing? And then also,
Certainly.
how old were you? And where were your parents? And no one the fuck ever asked, where are the parents of the men doing the rapings?
Right.
So I want to talk to the parents.
Me too. Who parented you?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about actual things rather than what kind of regulating needs to happen online when clearly rules don't mean anything.
We're going to talk about good parenting.
Not real.
And before we get into that, we are also going to talk about, regular 2024, 2025 things. What are we leaving behind this year? What are we taking into the new year? What are we looking forward to in 2025?
I'm interested. I would be interested, to see what some of our listeners and those viewing. Yeah.
Also, so I'm glad that you are, you got eyes on the chats. Because I absolutely want to know from y'all, what are you leaving in 2024? What are you looking forward to for 2025? I am not a big resolution person. I am also not I'm going to wait until the first to change this thing. Mm-hmm. However, there are some things that are like, this is the prime time to shift.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to hear what everybody listening, watching feels about that. I want to know how y'all feel about that.
I don't even know what day it is.
Correct.
Is it the 30th, the 31st? I don't know.
Today is the 30th.
Yeah.
All right. So tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we drinking?
Man,
where are we?
We have no plans.
We don't, which is actually...
Pajamas at home?
Oh, pajama jammy jam?
Someone asked me if I was gigging on New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I'm not. This is like the third year, and it feels great not to have to work on New Year's Eve.
You're not heading to Bend.
No, but you know what? Next year I'm gigging New Year's Eve.
Oh,
I'm hopping back in.
You're
Look,
putting it out there.
this is the thing.
You're carrying
You're
it
like,
forward.
oh,
That's what I'm doing in 2025.
He's going to do a Kendrick tribute. New Year's Eve 2025.
Ooh, that was a sticky one. There has been did the Kendrick tribute already happen? There was a Kendrick night.
I'm not sure.
Lily, I don't know if you saw this, if you're on the Book of Faces like that.
No, because it was well, yeah, go ahead.
But we saw this ad for a Kendrick tribute night.
Okay.
DJ Timothy B is spinning it. And the comments were really, really wild. Like, people were like, he's not going to be there.
People are going to think he's going to be there. You shouldn't even do this.
Right. And they were like, the DJ can just, put on a Kendrick playlist, or I could just listen to Kendrick all day in my house. And it's like, what?
It's almost like you don't know what a party means.
Right?
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't know what a tribute means. It's almost like you don't know how to get out of your house and get off of the internet.
But also, say you don't want to get out of your house and get off of the internet. Cool.
Fine.
Exactly. Totally fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah. It doesn't
Good
sound
stuff.
like you'd be very much fun at the party anyway.
I'm like very good with people not wanting to go.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm very good with people not
So
wanting
good.
to be. I don't want to go to everything.
Yeah.
No.
That doesn't mean I don't know how to read the flyer anymore.
Also, you don't comment on everything you don't want to go to.
No, I literally, if I don't want to go, I'm not going to comment. I'm not understanding.
Pass that one.
Well, I don't have to interact with it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're like,
You don't have to like. You don't have to comment. When people tell you to, you don't.
Right.
So don't do it on your own.
Yeah.
Take this moment to like and comment.
Right. Like,
Take this moment to say something in the chat.
Right.
Thank you. But please.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
So that party announcement put me somewhere. It made me feel like, oh, you're really old now. Because people's response was like, he's not going to be there. Why would you even do this thing? And I'm like, I have been to too many tribute nights for me to ever understand what these people are saying right now.
Right.
And I mean pre-being with the DJ.
Right.
Those are parties.
You mean to tell me it was never your expectation to go to a tribute night and see the artist?
I never expected that.
Wow. You're so advanced.
It's a way to put it. That's a way to put it.
Where was that party supposed to be?
It's a Holocene. You know what?
Don't get to lying.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let me just not say that.
You
I just know Timothy B spinning it, the homie.
Yeah, super homie. And
Yeah.
also, no one in their right mind expects Kendrick to pop up in Portland on a rando.
And the way they said it was like accusatory, like you're trying to trick them into showing up to the party by putting
This is why I
Kendrick
felt
on it.
old. Because
Yeah.
it was like, they're not using any trickery. Nobody's like pulled some wool over your eyes. Like, it literally says tribute party, big. It's an animation of him. It's not like a picture of him on stage or something in Portland that would make you go, whoa, that's Holocene. I can't believe he's going to be there. Like, none of that was the case. It was an animation of
it was an animation,
ad.
right.
Of an ad.
Of the
Super Bowl announcement ad.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be serious.
Shout out to Doogie and anyone from Philly that's watching right now. You know how they used to do it, the janky promoters? How they used to trick people into thinking the person will be there?
Oh,
right.
Go on.
Special invited guests.
Oh,
Yeah.
Special invited guest I thought was a walkthrough. I didn't realize
Iverson
that was
a special invited guest.
Okay, so I'm right.
A lot.
Yeah.
No.
My man walked through.
But
Oh, he wasn't there.
no, he was at Fridays.
He was at Fridays.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't a special invited guest.
This is very, very hyper local for Philly, but if y'all were not aware of that era, AI ran TGI Fridays.
Ran it.
Of all places. I will never forget Alyssa telling me we're going to Fridays on tonight. Like, on the phone with her, like, what do you mean? It's Thursday. And for chicken strips? Like, what are you going there for? No, and it was Poppington.
I'm trying to
every time.
I gotta add someone to the interview list who can speak to that specifically. Fat Cat might be able to.
Okay.
But there's some other people that I'm like, yo, do you remember that? It was wild. It was
Alyssa will
wild.
never do this. So
Bentley's in the parking lot.
I'm
Lily.
like, one, yes.
Bentleys,
Multiple Bentleys in the
parking
TGI
lot.
Fridays.
What would
What's the equivalent here?
I'm like, is that like
Applebee's?
For sure,
Right.
Applebee's. And then I was trying to figure out the car.
I'm like, is it McMenamins?
No, for sure.
Wow.
Oh.
Could have been Stanford's a long time ago.
Was there only the Lloyd Center location or Stanford?
No, there were
Okay.
Beaverton, Clackamas. Yeah.
What was the last one to close?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't their friend like that.
Yeah, okay.
I just know that the one at Lloyd Center closed quick. Like, that was like the first.
She said I wasn't their friend like that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to Stanford's every night. No clue. I just remember being shocked that it was closed. Like, oh damn, that was like a staple.
Yeah. Yes.
That's hilarious.
Anyway.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Right out of college, my best friend Michelle worked at the Stanford.
Shout out Michelle.
Stanton Beach. And I remember her telling me that she had some regulars who came in every Sunday night for the, are you ready? Sizzling chicken fajitas.
Not fajitas.
Yes. And she purposely never corrected them so she could hear him order it every Sunday.
Can I have the
You know what I'll take, Michelle? I want the fajitas.
What did I get last time?
I'm looking for the
Was it
fajitas.
the fajitas I got last time?
Babe, I think it might have been.
I'm gonna go with the fajitas.
Okay, Lily, as a white, I need you to answer a question. Because this very much seems like it could go a bunch of ways. One, it could be they really don't know how to pronounce that, right? But I think it's more like an empty plate and, ew, I hated everything. Like, is fajitas more a, like...
No, because that would have been very earnest. Working at another restaurant chain, the amount of times I had people order the filet magnon was mind-blowing to me.
Because the magnon is getting me. Because what there isn't is an A.
Of course. I mean, pronounce it like a human being would. You know? Civilized folk.
Yeah. I've heard tortillas.
Oh, well, that's just how you say it.
Oh.
Okay.
Quesadilla,
Hey, that
tortilla,
is
that's
talking.
regional. That is European Southern. Is that how you say?
That is for real
European American Southern.
Try those tortillas.
If them tortillas ain't fried, I don't want it. That's definitely European American Southern.
Yeah, for sure. So
which makes less sense because they're in Mexico.
Literally.
in the land.
Oh.
And they're like tortilla. That really would put me on my face. I would be real annoyed by that.
I would just be like, oh.
Like, imagine being in whatever part of Texas they're in that is, in fact, or part of California. Where
Right.
it's, no, they're not saying tortilla over there.
God, I hope not.
They're definitely not. That is just still Mexico. And then other people live there.
Facts.
Yeah, California.
Facts.
And I'm y'all just know everybody else is there. That's still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I were of any Latina descent, especially Mexican in Tejas, where they hit me with a quesadilla, which is exactly what those white women say. So I'm not going to hear anyone come in the chat and be like, no one does that. They absolutely do.
Okay.
I lived there. I watched it. Oh.
Several of these pronunciations
that
you guys have mentioned. You know.
Ambush wants to put the L in salmon.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
You know, in my younger days, I may have used them.
Which I need to know which.
Yeah, because you're from the north.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Once
North forgets.
Once I say it, I've said it a couple times, and I'm like, what I'm saying sounds like something I've heard pronounced a different way. And it's like,
Oh, I went and did it wrong.
Yeah.
Have you only done that with food?
Say again?
Have you only done that with food?
I think only with food. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he does refuse to say Cooch Street.
Couch? Nah, I say Cooch.
But you know what it is. You know.
I know. You know what's interesting, though?
He does like to say Willamette sometimes out of nowhere.
I get
really?
the Willamette. Yes.
And it is joking, but every time he gets me, I'm like, that's not what. Oh,
it's great. The interesting thing about Cooch, right?
Go on.
Yeah. One of the interesting things about Cooch.
Which kind?
OU.
I remember struggling with that for a while and just being like, it got to a point I just wanted, like, this doesn't make no sense here. No.
Yeah.
It's couch, obviously. And then I don't use it. I feel like it's interesting. Like, I've never had to say someone meet me on Cooch or I'm going to make a left on Cooch. That's
wild because you do all the time.
All the time.
you stay on Cooch.
I stay on Lily, I stay on the Cooch.
He said it. He's the one. Normally that would be something
It's true.
say.
I had to beat you to it. I'm your special guest this time.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God.
Well, only to continue this very slight tangent that we have gotten on, but I know it brings both Morgan and Am great joy. I will tell a quick story about mispronouncing things, which turns out that's just who I am. It's a part of me to my core. In my whole ass adult years, I have learned that I've been missaying. It's not even a mispronunciation. I thought the word was wholly different.
A completely different word.
And so I'm talking like not even my 20s. I'm going to say in my 30s. I was that many years old when I realized in our good old Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So good, right? That it wasn't dawn's early light. I believed my whole life it was the dawn's early light.
That's true. That is true.
And when my darling daughter was like, "I'm sorry, what are you saying, Mom?"
Because what is a dawn early?
The dawn's early light. And she said, No, Mom, that's dawn's early light. What is a dawn's early light? And I said,
I don't know.
And I was like,
I wasn't born in 1776. Why would I know anything to do with
about the
this?
Donderleys.
How would I know?
Ask those punks about the Donderleys. Don't ask me. Put me on the spot.
And this is what's wrong with American education today. Okay?
I mean,
They don't make you learn the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. They don't make you know what a Donderly is.
They don't write cursive. What are we doing?
None of it.
Yeah.
All right. So quick tech announcement here.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Last time it was a little bit different. I don't know what's going on Facebook. But the chats aren't unified on Facebook.
Oh.
So we're broadcasting now to my Facebook and your Facebook, and then also to our YouTube.
Shout out to my Facebook. No one's there.
Rolo said, "What's up?"
What's up, Rolo?
Rolo G?
No, Rolo G.
So my girl Lily.
Okay.
That is how he would say what's up.
That is exactly how.
Hello?
You get a Kendrick.
Whole ass Kendrick.
You get a Kendrick. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. So might want to. We'll sort it out where you can have your Facebook open.
She hasn't logged into that.
Yo,
Lily, you're terrible. The way she
she just spoke my whole soul though, because I was like, didn't I do that last week? And it was rough. I have and it was on someone else's laptop.
It was.
Any idea how to get to Facebook?
That was rough.
Yikes.
Shouldn't log into that.
Okay, well, turns out just don't ever log out of it.
Oh.
And then you're good to go.
Yeah, I don't know how to get to the thing you're talking about, but we can do that another time.
Yeah. If you go to your page and just hit your...
do I find notifications on Facebook? It's been that long.
You're not wrong.
That was a great That was a big thumbs down.
Apparently, going into 2025, Morgan needs to learn how to reuse Facebook.
You're old enough to know how to use it.
I'd like you to bring it down. Pipe down.
Wow. Lily is in rare form.
Well, it's a wild thing to know that you could be broadcasting something and not even have any idea, because I'm in here and I don't see shit.
She's like, well, what?
It don't even tell me I'm live. Like
I was going to say, your what's the name should say live. Your bubble at the top. If you go to like your profile.
Like, am I not me? I'm me. The top of my profile. Oh my God, look how old this is.
So go to your avatar and click that. It should be.
Oh,
low.
it does. It says live.
Mm-hmm.
Get on
Well,
town.
hey there, hi there, oh there.
I mean, Rolo did spell your name wrong, but whatever. I'm not gonna.
You know what?
Wow.
You better
what?
leave my Rolo alone.
Mans gave y'all a shout out 17 minutes ago, and she goes like, "Well, he did right." Like she.
Please.
Listen, first of all, Rolo knows me. Okay. He knows that I'm gonna say some shit. Like, we don't need to do any. That's our relationship.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
Sheesh. Look what I got to deal with.
Mess.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you something that has made me very upset in 2024.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna want you guys to tell me what I would like, and this is a plea. So, I know that there's not a lot of this particular business owner watching this right now.
Don't make me call you out by name.
But we will spread far and wide, I guess. Mm-hmm. Make pizza cheap again.
Please.
I am fucking tired. I'm not supposed to be cussing yet. I am so tired.
We ain't monetized yet.
In what regard is a regular ass pizza $30? You're not doing enough. It's pizza. There's no reason.
Okay. There's a reason why you go to any tiny town across the entire country.
Yes.
And you will find a pizza restaurant. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it doesn't cost a lot of money to make them.
No, it doesn't.
So why?
Water and dough.
Thank you.
What we
But a
talking
little bit
about?
of salt.
And
Yeah,
toppings are things.
Yeah.
We are not talking inflation of eggs. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is absolutely insane, because then it stayed. Once it got to that point, and all these pizza places were like, you know what I can do? $28 for a pepperoni pizza.
Why did you do this?
In what regard?
Why did you do this right now? I am literally, and she's going to be saying this is weird. I'm literally in the mood for a cheese pizza right now.
So bad we were talking about pizza.
Here's the thing. I've been running from pizza. See, this is why she's reacting this way. I've been running from it. If you were to ask her, what should we order? She would say to you, well, don't get pizza, because Ambush is fed up with pizza right now.
Yeah.
You start talking about pizza,
Actual
right?
conversation.
And then Lily started talking about different places, and now I'm like, ooh, New Jersey pizza. New York.
Yeah, but we don't get to have any of that.
No.
Which is another
But there's
thing.
good pizza here, though.
There is good pizza here. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be yelling.
No. No, this is worth yelling.
There is good pizza here. We do not, Portland, to be very fucking clear, Portland is not a pizza town the way that they will tell you that, because we don't have our own, like, here's Portland's pizza. We're pretending to do everyone else's pizza.
Our best
Really?
versions of.
I think so.
The what are those artisanal fire brick?
Well,
Brick of their,
Life of Pie pizzas,
they're
like, that's not
literally
like
copying Italy. Like that's
what
everything
that is,
that's happening here is from somewhere else, and then it's their version. And this is zero shade. I just mean you're never gonna be like, oh man, I got to get me a piece of Portland pizza. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's deep dish, there's New York pizza, there's Philly pizza. Like you're not gonna get that here. Yeah. You're gonna get someone's version of New York pizza or someone's version of East Coast pizza. You're not gonna get or Sicilian or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're just starting to do Detroit like just a year
And
or
just
two in.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
that to say, it isn't like we have our own pizza scene in that regard, but we do have a pizza scene, and there's lots of pizza here.
So much pizza.
So much pizza.
I don't see many dessert pizzas, but
That is certainly not done here.
yeah.
Wow.
You used to be able to order those.
Why?
You used to be able to order those. Joe Corby's. You guys sell pizzas for like
Who?
fundraisers?
Who Corby's?
What?
All right. Did you guys sell pizzas for fundraisers in high school?
No.
What'd you guys sell for fundraisers? Candy
Candies.
bars?
Bars, wrapping paper,
Calendar.
Christmas wreaths.
Yeah, it was either all Christmas or all candy or both.
Okay. All right. I'll ask another one. Otis Spunkmeyer cookies?
I mean,
yeah,
I've
but
heard
we
of them,
didn't-
But you didn't sell them.
No, we ate them. We
did eat
consumed them.
Yeah.
But then when you got
And when I say we, I mean, hi, my name's Morgan, and I'm definitely getting 3 cookies for $1. Yes, I'm starting my day with actual warm cookies from the school store.
Yes.
Okay. So Otis Spunkmeyer were available in the school store, but they also did fundraisers. So
Not
we
at
could
all.
sell those cookies.
We were not cool enough for this.
And then pizzas, Joe Corby pizzas. They were like, like frozen pizzas, but you can buy different types. And they had dessert pizzas too. Interesting.
No such thing here.
Wow. We did do the candy bars with the king size ones, right? The big ones.
Oh yeah, you're not selling any little guys.
Yeah.
No.
These are dollar-sized candies.
Bruh.
Yeah, we're not messing
That's like
around.
a $5 bar today.
Also,
To be
you know
clear,
what? Big that.
not okay.
Not okay.
Big Greg on that.
Any sort of candy over $2 makes 0 sense.
It's candy, bro.
It's Greg.
Big G energy.
Yeah. But I'm with you on the make things cheap again because Oxtails is,
Man.
Okay, and I'd like you to end it there.
Okay.
And you're not going to talk about nothing that you might have figured out.
Why?
No.
Because you think that then that'll get crazy, right?
I don't think you. Okay, so
right, no,
Ambush,
fair
we
enough.
spend
Fair enough.
we spend 2 days a
Listen.
week.
We don't.
We spend 2 days a week talking about how much every device is listening and all the things are happening, and then all of a sudden,
Fair enough.
things are different. And the thing that you just figured out could be a fix for this thing, no longer a fix, because now it also is eggs and must be purchased at 100 times its cost.
You're right.
Yeah.
Janita, yes.
Janita!
Yes. World's finest chocolate. Those are the fundraiser chocolates.
Yeah.
Yes.
World's finest.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 And they are or were. I don't know if they currently are. I don't have anybody doing fundraisers in my
No,
face.
for sure they are.
But they used to have the little toffee chocolate situation.
Or the almond
bar.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I could get my mom to buy all of those.
Yeah.
And then I ate them.
Yeah, and just the straight milk chocolate were the last left.
Oh, yeah. Like,
You
Yeah.
sold out of the toffee, you sold out of the almond, and then you're like,
but please, this is what I have left. I'd like to be done.
Back in.
Yeah.
C said, my local pizzeria told me if I didn't like the price, I could go across the street and get the $7 Domino's pizza.
No! Wait, you guys
Okay, but so see,
Domino's is
that means
$7
there's a $7 Domino's pizza.
But-
Not over here.
But
Okay?
listen,
Let me be clear. I
guys-
don't want Domino's. Domino's
guys-
is trash.
Is there a Little Caesars out here?
Like, maybe
There
one
is,
left.
but they're like suburbs. It's
All right,
not
Jess
like.
was like, yes.
Yeah.
So there used to
is
be,
there,
there used to
is
be
there
a $5.
one in the city? Like the okay.
They used to have a
Morgan don't know
$5 pizza.
shit.
I
Yeah.
don't know if they still do that, but
believe
that
it
used to
would.
be the
Caesar.
Listen, that used to be that work.
No, that was the most amazing on the way home $5 pizza. You don't have to worry about dinner. You get 2, you're done.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever
Is the
had
pizza good?
Little
Absolutely
Caesar.
not. But
Yeah.
is
True.
I'm a person who it's
True.
gonna it's hard pressed to find bad. Like, it's pizza.
Well, it's pizza.
Yeah.
So is it going to be the best pizza I ever had? No, because it's a whole pizza for $5.
Yeah.
But it's...
And that's the thing. I don't know who bought them out on what happened, because there was a point where Little Caesars pizza was exquisite.
Caesar.
Oh,
it was really
Caesar,
good.
Caesar. That's never been the
Yeah,
case.
once it switched over to this new model and they were popping up all over the place, and there were like a Little Caesars in the same restaurant with something else. Once they switched over and did that,
They hit the
started doing
KFC AMW model.
yeah, exactly. And then the pizza was just like, oh no, this is a $5. Yeah,
Thank you, capitalism.
yeah, it's maybe
You're
$8
super
pizza,
fun.
give
You're
me
so
$5.
great. We love it here. We can't wait to continue. Where's
Yeah.
the Greg Oden? We don't
Yes.
fuck with
G
you.
energy.
Yes,
Big G
C's, you might as
energy.
well get
Big hate.
Elios and fire up the toaster oven.
Before
Correct.
we leave the pizza topic, I just want to talk about, or I just want to put my 2 cents in about how egregious the pricing is.
Talk to me.
We got Papa Murphy's
This is about to make me mad.
For a family
I'm about to flip the table already. I can tell.
family meeting the other day. We got 2 large. We didn't even get the family size. 2 large pizzas, and then
Which a
one GF.
large, excuse me, I'm sorry, is 14 inches. Suck my dick, okay?
Okay.
Flat out, excuse you.
Real quick, time out for the East Coastians who may not understand
lots of cussing,
what it
sorry.
means when you order a Papa Murphy's.
Take and bake.
The old
So,
take and bake scheme.
This was very interesting for me.
Oh, you're right. You guys
did
don't
not
even have them.
Yeah, I did not understand. Y'all may have them now. I don't know. I did not understand going somewhere to pay for a pizza that is not cooked,
At all.
and then I have to go home and do the
Then
cooking.
I go home. But what you do first before you leave your home is you set your oven to 425.
425.
Then you go and pick it up and you come back and you bake it for 12 minutes.
Yes.
Caesar, why am I going
No, this is a
pay
fantastic
someone
question.
to make me go home and work for my dinner? I've come to you to purchase the za. I don't understand why. So that threw me completely off.
Yo, for sure.
Okay, wait.
Mind blowing.
I'm so sorry. Shout out to Joy in the chat. I haven't been on Facebook in forever, so baby, I miss you. Number one. Number two, she said, I work as a cashier. We have slices of pizza for almost $5. It's frozen. And this is the problem.
Oh shit!
Portland.
Oh my god!
Portland. What the fuck are you doing? And you guys. So let me be clear.
$5.
One of the things about living on the East Coast is the cost of food is insanely zero almost in comparison.
So good.
It's wild. But you can get like an actually very good slice of pizza almost any corner in, and I'm going to say Philadelphia. I'm not even going to talk to you about New York. That's also true in New York.
That's wild. That's wild.
Also true in New York. Obvious, and my point is that's obvious. You can get a good cheesesteak at the Poppy store in Philly.
Yeah, facts.
You do not need to be at a restaurant. You are best at a
That's
cart.
supposed to be the best, yeah.
You are best served at a cart, at a bodega,
Yeah.
There is a place in Philadelphia called Lorenzo's where you get a piece of pizza that is half of a pizza. It is
It's so the slice is
literally
huge. It's effing huge, Lily.
3 paper plates under your piece of pizza.
It's huge.
I have small hands. It's a problem. I watch Amber just fold it and eat it, and I'm like,
All day, fam.
is there a knife and fork? Like, I can't get the. It's crazy. They're like no dollars.
Yeah.
And that is for serious when I mean, it's like 3 slices of pizza.
Yeah. The best part about Lorenzo's was they're open late.
Yes.
So the clubs are done
They're
3 o'clock. You can
literally
head to
here for
Lorenzo's.
that.
Yeah.
There's the line outside Lorenzo's. We're just all there like, hell yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I hope Lorenzo's is still around on South Street. Like, oh my God. Yeah, that's the move. Lorenzo's. Woof.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm campaigning to bring East Coast pizza as it should
Prices.
be to Portland.
yes.
Yeah.
That would be a major
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
2025 East
K-Dot
Coast pizza and
energy.
prices in Portland. That's that.
Yo,
Yeah.
Michelle said I used to get that $5 Little Caesars pizza and then put garlic and mushrooms on it at home. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either.
Doctor it up.
yeah.
Make
You
it
got to
yours.
doctor it up.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Anyway, Papa Murphy's.
Yeah, sorry.
3 pizzas. Again, 2 large, 1 GF, which is 10 inches. $83.
No.
Where?
No.
Yeah.
No.
At what?
You said 3 pizzas.
3 pizzas.
But you said 3 take and bake pizzas.
3.
Was
Do this in your own home pizza.
You would get 3 pizzas from a place that cooked those pizzas. Maybe you wouldn't.
No, you
for
wouldn't.
like 70 maybe.
And that's
No
so. This is my
way.
problem. I'm ready
No,
to flip the
'cause-
table.
Oh,
Yeah.
there were two
Fuck the
large,
equipment.
2 larges and the 10.
2
10.
A
large.
large at Papa
Yeah.
Murphy's is 14 inches. That is not large.
That's not.
Their family size is 16 inches. And when I'm trying to, none of those things mean anything to me when it comes to most stuff. But my understanding of the fact that Lorenzo's is bigger than my head, a slice of pizza bigger than my head, you want me to pay you $20 for something that's this big? I'm not doing it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I agree. Pizza in Portland,
Bring it down.
big.
This was not meant to be
Cheese
a
style.
10 to 15 minute thing, but now, I mean,
Oh, and interesting enough, Lorenzo's, it's just cheese, Lily.
yeah,
Oh,
It's just
yum.
cheese.
they only make cheese pizzas.
It's just some cheese slices coming out. Like,
Well,
don't come in
yeah.
here. Can I
Do
get
they
a-
make other pizzas?
I think they make
but
other. They make
for
other
slices.
pizzas, but
It's
pies.
just
yeah.
yeah.
You gotta order those pies,
Yeah.
but it's just fucking cheese pizzas.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
here for
that's
that,
it.
though.
Boom. And it's
Like
easy
late
in
night,
and out.
Lily, it's amazing.
That line just
Give it
moves.
all to me.
Yeah,
Right here.
we do have to get you to Philly.
Yes, we do. How about this? Lily to Philly 2025.
Nice.
Big
Nice.
time. That's a
Nice.
big Kendrick.
And we broadcast from there.
Yeah. Oh,
We have a studio waiting for us at New Millennium. So
I mean, I'm here for a
New Millennium Studios, so great. She's like, bring it, do it. What do you want to do?
Do
Of
it.
course.
Bring it. Do it. Bring it.
Studio's sweet.
wowie wee wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We spent more time than we intended to spend on pizza, but
We did, and
You
we're going
know.
to spend 0 time on oxtails. We just want them to be cheap again.
Please.
yes.
You want to talk to your friends on your own? Fine.
All right.
What you won't do is broadcast what we have figured out.
This is all I'm going to say.
Oh, Lord.
There's an excellent alternative. Lily, how'd you like it?
Tofu.
Oh, had it for dinner last night, and it was at Kendrick up in this beach.
Yeah.
Major Kendrick moment last night.
It's a major Kendrick moment.
I'm very satisfied with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 And
Okay,
that
so
one I
bef-
didn't get to do a 24-hour marinade.
Okay, get out of here.
Right.
Not literally. You
Yeah.
are a host.
Yeah.
Really going for the kick out. So before we go to break,
Well, I saw you had something else on it. Did you not want to do that one? Bingo cards? I don't know what that means. You want to leave those?
so I would like, okay. I was going to skip it, but thanks for bringing it up.
Okay.
It was lightweight funny earlier in the year when people were like, didn't see that, didn't have that on my bingo card.
card.
Okay.
And
Have
it-
we started to play bingo yet?
And it,
yeah,
and
I
it's,
literally was looking at this like, okay, this
And
is
it's-
new to me.
yeah.
it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I didn't see it coming. And you're trying to find a different way to say, I didn't see that coming. And I love finding alternative ways to say things that you need to say. But I feel like every bingo card got full. Like everything wasn't on your card. And if it wasn't on your card, then you lost. And so we don't need to keep talking about
everything got full.
if we could leave the bingo cards in 2024 and play real bingo, maybe, instead of doing the fake, Twitter bingo of like, whoa, I didn't see that president being a president. Like,
Right.
I'm tired. We could leave it.
Yeah.
Are you more tired of the usage? You feel like it was overused?
Yes.
Sentiment in general.
Right. I was going to say, is the sentiment?
No, I want you to say what you mean. And what you mean is you didn't see it coming that Elon Musk would pay as much money as he did for someone to become president. You know, I want you to say that instead of like, didn't see this on my bingo card. Because what ends up happening is people are like talking about your bingo card that was non-existent in the first fucking place.
Right.
There wasn't a bingo card. No one did a 2024 bingo card political edition and then was like, none of these things filled it. Or all of these things I got, but then none of these things. Like, I just want to say what you fucking mean. This shit sucks.
Yeah.
You didn't see it coming, and that's unfortunate. Most of the stuff we see coming, and I don't mean we as just the three of us. I mean, if you are paying attention, if Elon Musk has anything to do with it, it should be on your bingo card. It should have. Facts. You should know that he's gonna fuck the dog. Like that's what he does.
The whole wild world of possibilities.
It's so vast. So the idea of like I could have never. Then all you're telling me at this point is you don't have an imagination, or you never saw like reality hitting you in the face. Because most of it is like shit that was. Yeah, that was gonna happen. Like if it's Nick Fuentes, he's gonna Fuentes. You know what I mean?
Right.
You didn't see him saying he'd taser. Like, well, that's on you, boo.
I didn't. I
just like to leave it.
Elon being our vice president. I didn't have that on my.
Yeah. Well, and so then you didn't realize that he spent a solid amount of money, which actually equates to absolutely nothing if you put it in comparison to our money, but. Because those hundreds of millions was like $37.
Yo, like real talk. He bought a take and bake.
He
also a president.
He bought two
extra
large pepperoni take and bakes.
Wow.
And got a whole presidency.
A whole president. A whole administration.
But like what I mean by that is that a lot of people that I see saying those things purport to do this. So it's like if you are paying attention to the news and you understand who any of these people are, that shit should have been on your bingo card. And you shouldn't be telling us that it wasn't. Because in real life, none of the things that have happened this year
are
that shocking because of who they are and why and what in this country.
And if you're paying attention to the trajectory.
Even a little bit, though. You don't have to be like obsessed and fully consumed like I am. I understand that I'm way far gone. Like there's no, like I understand. I am not the standard I am trying to hold anybody to.
Thank God.
Because I know how ridiculous it is to be entrenched in something. It doesn't even matter what that something is, but something as much, right? But if you are, and with a bigger platform, with the I'm doing these things, I'm making analysis, and then you're like, well, I never saw it coming that Vivek Ramaswamy. You should have.
Right.
You should have, because we watched a whole Vivek run.
Oh my God.
For president.
Utter nonsense.
In a way that was like, I really love the guy that's gonna do it, but if it is not him, could it be me? Like,
we have literally no desire for it to be him.
No, it's literally a money grab.
Yeah.
Staged blowy J from the back to the good old DT.
Yeah.
You know what that gets?
From the
big.
That's a big old.
Yeah.
Odin energy.
Yeah. That's a big old Odin.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It doesn't even matter like what platform you were paying attention to or what combo or which side of the Eagles wing you were out on.
Right.
That shit was so not surprising because for the last 4 years, after a full presidency, they've said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
So it was like not surprising. None of that was surprising. It was so not surprising that when we did election night coverage, if y'all will remember.
Hello.
We left. I went to bed, not even like trying to check anything. And when I woke up in the morning, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Looks like Greg Oden has reared his ugly head around his hair parts.
Right.
And now we're stuck where we're stuck.
Yeah.
In a big old pile of crap.
Los hopped in the chat.
Whoa! Hello, Los.
He said, okay, I'm here now. We can start. I concur.
Correct. Correct. Now, You're just in time for our intermission, Lowe's. And I will just say, don't leave.
Please.
You're...
The jammy jams that played during...
Take the break with us and then come back.
Yeah. How do you guys like the set, though? I am loving this.
Let us know in the chat.
Please do.
The wood is just...
It's so warm.
Yeah, it's very warm.
Do you know what this wood is called?
What's it? Uh-oh.
Do you remember, Byron?
Why would I remember?
Well, because I've only been in this house since we were wee little ladies.
Oh, no, definitely. I very much want to already, I've been thinking about it. There's a picture of us from one of your sleepovers. And it's basically this
literally
right here.
This. Yeah. Sleeping on the floor.
We're sleeping on the floor.
What?
Mattress on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 5 of us.
You, me, Natia, probably Lynn, maybe Jenny Costa. Shouting out to all of y'all.
Trish. And Jasmine Amon.
Yeah,
I don't remember her last name.
You had a TV down here or something?
I don't even know that there was a TV down here.
Company.
At one point we had a ping pong table over there.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No, this has also been so many different configurations and so many different things in the world, but
you know who we really need to shout out right now?
Who?
DJ DMP. One Doug Peterson.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Because this is the room that housed my
your 8th grade party?
No, well,
wait, what year was that?
I think maybe it was 8th grade.
But he DJ'd it, right?
I was his first DJ gig.
Yes.
Stop.
It was my first boy girl party.
Yeah.
And we allowed him to play. Are you ready for this? Keep in mind my complexion.
Right.
Ice Ice Baby was the fast song.
Okay.
And wildly inappropriate, Knockin' Boots was the slow song.
Okay, so big teen pregnancy energy.
Oh my God. So wait. Was it just
good time body rockin'?
Knocking boots all night long. You there?
Going back to the sleepover and check the Facebook chat on yours. Go back to sleepover. So it was just entertainment. It was just you guys down here entertaining and just chatting it
running
up.
Around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bucket of popcorn
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now
Probably
Joy is calling us out in the chat though.
Oh, how bad!
I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt that. Joy was like, "It's nice, but I haven't heard anyone being called Vern." Sup with that though?
Ooh.
Speaking of things that will be coming back in 2025.
Talk to him, Lily.
Big K-Dot energy.
Nice.
We got Vern probably in the basement.
No, not probably.
Nah.
Definitely in the
basement. It probably won't be this, but it will probably...
Yeah, we're going to have a great
close.
set.
Yeah.
It's going to be super great.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is get Lily to understand that the media conglomerate that is needed in Portland is her basement.
Much like her backyard is the venue.
Much like her backyard is the venue for our lives. So we're working on creating an actual studio in which, maybe multiple shows are made from this beautiful basement.
I'll price it like Philly pizza.
That's what we talking about.
That was good.
And that's the perfect way to go to break.
That was
Call me
good.
Lorenzo.
Hey. Excellent. All right. So, yeah.
Carlos, definitely stay here.
Everybody chill out. We're going to take our 10-minute break, and then we're back into the second hour with more topics.
Actual topics.
The ones we're supposed to do.
Stories or something.
Pizza ran long, but it ran good.
Man, that was a good
I want pizza now.
Hello, fellow lovers of justice, and welcome to the Action Spot. It's your fiance, Michelle, with a few action opportunities for your listening and doing pleasure on Monday, December 30th, 2024. Following up from last week, we're still boycotting new seasons as nothing has changed with their refusal to negotiate with workers. Disappointed but not surprised. You can continue to follow the worker struggle at nslu.org. Nationally, both Starbucks and Amazon worker strikes before Christmas have ended on schedule, and employees are back to work, but the organizing continues, and neither employer has responded adequately. Again, surprising no one, but the beat goes on. Both worker groups say they are actively planning for a next and bigger action, and that's pretty hot. You can continue to follow the latest on these organizing efforts on Instagram by following at Amazon Teamsters and at SB Workers United. Additionally, Starbucks workers are still asking allies to sign the No Coffee, No Contract pledge to declare your support and sign up for email updates. We'll share the link below. You may have noticed that it's winter in Portland, and that means it is a lot harder to survive outside. There are many, many groups in Portland working to help people living outside to get their needs met. Just one of them is the Community Free Store, on Instagram at Community Free Store PDX. It's an independent group of community members who distribute at 4 locations in town and have been posting daily updates lately about which items are most needed by people that come to the free store. Today, these include camping gear, warm clothing and winter gear, first aid supplies, mending supplies and sewing kits, hygiene, makeup, skin and hair care, survival tools and gear, bulk snacks and drinks, and supplies for art, reading, and writing. More details about what they're looking for, their Venmo link, and location information is available at their Instagram. We will post that link. Our last action comes verbatim from Portland Jewish Voice for Peace, which shared this call to action today on Instagram at JVP Portland. Urgent action for Gaza today. On Friday, 12/27/24, Israeli military forces physically invaded, burned, and destroyed Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza. Soldiers disconnected IV lines, turned off oxygen, burned the buildings, and abducted hospital staff. After 14 months of genocide in Gaza, Kamal Adwan Hospital was the last functioning medical center in that area for the past 75 days. The medical staff has been pleading for the world to pay attention to the hospital's dire conditions: overcrowding, little to no food or water, and a constant flow of incoming injured patients. Humanitarian groups such as Oxfam have described the level of destruction and need as apocalyptic. Sign petitions demanding the immediate release of Dr. Hussam Abu Safia, medical director at Kamal Adwan Hospital. That link will be provided. The second immediate action they ask is that you contact your members of Congress to demand the release of all medical staff from Kamal Adwan Hospital, an immediate ceasefire, to stop Israel targeting hospitals, it's a war crime, to end U.S. military aid to Israel, to allow all aid to enter Gaza. They also ask that you join healthcare workers across the U.S. to call in sick on January 6, 2025 as part of the Sick from Genocide campaign. Watch for Instagram posts from Doctors Against Genocide and Healthcare Workers for Palestine for more actions on January 6th. We'll provide those links below as well. That's it for the actions we have to highlight today. As always, remember that your small and consistent acts of solidarity add up. Keep an eye out for the ways that you can be connected to the people near you during the daily work of taking care of each other. And take care of yourselves.
Mustard!
And welcome back. News of My Fiance. Monday night, live, raw. I messed it up.
Live in person. Ref steps in, tag team edition.
all those things.
I finally started watching Iron Claw last night. And so, yes, exactly that.
A whole claw?
Wait. Do you not know what this movie is?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
The movie is about the Von Erichs, which were a very famous wrestling family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, man. Zac Efron is one of the brothers.
That's what he got beefed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
He's massive.
No, it's not good.
It's wild how these people transform their bodies for a role like that.
Yeah, I saw a joke somewhere. It was like his Christian Bale's booking agent was like, "Yeah, so we got this role, and it's at your exact body weight." And he's like, "I don't want it." It's like,
Why would I be someone I am?
turn it down completely.
No,
I don't want it.
I want no parts.
I want no parts of that.
Fair.
Shout out to Michelle.
Big.
Really killing it on these info breaks here that we got going on.
The intermission
info to the breaks, to the intermissions.
The intermission is elevated, is it not?
Yes, it's an elevated intermission.
Are you not feeling even more like I love it here?
Yes. Yes. Links all in the chat on YouTube.
Oh, she don't play.
At all. We got links in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. Also, wanna, ask you guys, holla at our Patreon. The link is in the description for this feed, both on YouTube and on Facebook. There is a free level. There is content in there just awaiting, and we got some new stuff coming. Become a free patron. Become a free patron. Get on in there. Have some good time.
You can become a paying patron too if you have.
You know what I'm
If you
saying?
need to dip your toe in on a free level, do it.
Do
Yeah.
it.
And then realize what possibly could be waiting for you at a paid level.
Yes.
There we go.
Also, shout out to our subscribers. We had on YouTube, we had a goal for the year. We wanted to get at least 100.
We wanted to
subscribers
hit
by the
one
end of the year.
hundo.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, which was yesterday, we were at 105.
Right now we're at 106.
Look at that.
Ooh, I see 106.
Look at that. So,
And
yeah,
Park, 106 in Park.
Did
You know
I
what I'm
just
saying?
hear that Kendrick subscribed?
That's
Hit that
exactly what
notification bell?
Wait a minute. Jess just said
Oh.
that he saw Kendrick subscribed.
Yep.
You're not going to be at the tribute party, though.
Well,
That's true.
He doesn't have time to subscribe and be at the
He's gonna watch it through our live stream.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate him. Appreciate that energy.
Okay, so I don't want to waste too many people's times, Like that we had a lot of stories, we already aren't going to get to them. Pizza took way longer than we expected.
Well, don't price it that high, and we won't talk about it that long.
Yeah.
1000%.
It was a community conversation.
Listen,
People got
I'm
in
not
the
saying
chat.
it went bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it went long.
I'm just saying it went better than anyone could have expected because other people were also outraged.
Yeah.
Outrage is the correct way to put that.
Yeah.
This is the real
Big agree.
Pizzagate, guys.
The real one.
It is.
Yes.
If anyone was looking for it, which at this point I feel like you shouldn't be, but if you were, it's been found. It's been found.
Thanks, Hillary.
Oh, also like that.
Damn,
It's
son.
about that, right?
So this year brought us a lot of things. One of which, and there's a very many-houred conversation to have about the state of hip hop or the culture or whatnot, and we don't need to do all of that. We're also not going to go over every single moment that happened in the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Unfortunately.
That's its own show.
Yeah.
That is its own show. But what we are going to do is talk about how Kendrick took off Drake's cool and he has been unable to put it back on ever since.
He's been like this.
There's a spiral. There's a spiral.
It's been hard to watch.
It's been hard to watch, especially if you are because we live in such a polarized situation, right? That you were supposed to choose. I choose which side.
Right.
One of the things I can say for certain is I absolutely appreciate Drake as an artist. I don't want Drake to not make good music.
I think we also appreciated, past tense, him as a personality. Because you mentioned things that I was
very much appreciated Drake as a personality
his
for
ability to
certain
laugh
reasons.
at himself. So many things you were like, no, I fucks with Drake for that too. Yeah.
Yes, many things. And very beginning was his ability to laugh at himself.
Yeah.
His understanding that he wasn't the cool guy was a thing.
Yeah.
He became the cool guy. And I'm not mad at that, except for we now understand how you became the cool guy was more manufactured than it was actual cool, right?
Also, if you become the cool guy and then don't realize you're the cool guy, you're just annoying.
Oh, 1,000%.
And that's what's happened. Dude has just become the most annoying.
Well, but it's worse to me than that because he also became powerful.
Yeah.
And so you don't get to be the guy that doesn't realize he's the cool guy, but you're banking on being the cool guy. Like there is that part that is, y'all can't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Right? So there's the part that he did understand I'm the cool guy, but then there's a part where he didn't know he was the cool guy. And then all the things that added to his personality or charm or whatever. Part of it was being able to make fun of himself. He was always able to do it first. And he was able to use the internet to his advantage.
One of your most favorite things about Drake is his trolling ability.
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
I mean, there has been some shifting.
You sent
Petty LaBelle
champagne bottles to Charlemagne.
Yeah.
And then you told us about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He was killing it.
like the way that his petty was top tier. So yeah, I'm here for that. I love it. I'm all the things. This beef very specifically put him on his heels, and I don't think we had been used to seeing that, right? So he's fighting for his life, and the cool fell away. All of the things, they all melted.
But that's the whole point. He's the one that made it a fight for his life.
Oh, 1,000%. I'm not saying this wasn't a...
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like Kendrick came for your life, bro.
No.
You put your life on the line. You volunteered as tribute.
I'd like to take this moment to thank you, because the volunteering as tribute gets forgotten a lot.
Oh, right. Katniss.
Even for me. And that man's literally was Katniss. And and then wasn't, because what Katniss never did was get up there and be like, oh, but you're all trying to kill me and I don't understand it. Like, she volunteered as tribute to save her sister, and you volunteered as tribute to save
Whomst.
I don't know. You thought the 400 million from previous years would become 600 or 800 million this year if you were able to decapitate Kendrick. I don't know.
Right.
But
it went bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say, there's literally no way he could have ever really thought that Kendrick wasn't going to...
That you're saying he there's no way he literally, that he actually thought he was a worthy opponent for Kendrick. Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you mean?
Like, yeah, for sure.
Hard disagree. Where's the button?
Oh,
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
Wrong. Lily's wrong.
Yeah, he definitely.
Lily's forgetting how confidence within powerful men works.
Yeah, he definitely.
He has become incredibly powerful, and he's not out here telling us about every power move, right?
Right.
But when you have benefited from all of those powerful levers and mechanisms that can make a person become the #1 streamed artist for like a gabillion years on a platform, when you have benefited from that, and then immediately the second that it doesn't go your way, your response is unfair.
Yeah.
I've had it.
And to his credit, like,
you know what they're doing? Like, you don't get to be a whistleblower when you blew the whistle. You are blowing that whistle.
You were part of.
He's tooting the horn.
Yeah, but you were part. You worked in
thing.
the factory that manufactures these whistles. Like, dude, chill out.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Like, you know where these whistles come from, and then all of a sudden you're like, let me blow
like
this
you were
whistle.
literally back there like, I think we should try some different color variations on these whistles. Maybe, blue and cream, I don't know.
Stop it right now. #1, Rudo is in the chat. Shout out to Rudo.
Rudo's definitely in the chat.
Man said that's Canadian conversion rates. And so we just gonna...
Lo said, until Kendrick hit the back-to-back on Drake, it seemed like he had a chance.
Okay, and here's the thing, Los, you're not wrong. It did look like there was a moment.
We were talking trash on Kendrick. We were like, man's is taking too long. Is this battle over? I remember definitely being a period of time like, so, I guess.
I do remember wondering where for art thou?
What are we doing right now? What's happening, bro? It's like, you are starving us, and then...
And then we weren't ready.
We
For
were not
me,
ready.
I wasn't even mad at Kendrick. I was like, the silence is going to kill Drake. If he doesn't say Shiza.
Because he would have kept going.
Oh, he would have. And it would have.
Yeah.
And the spiral would have still happened, right? But then with the drop, and then the drop, and then the
drop.
And then the drop, and then the drop, and then having the drop. So I just want to say this.
Having the drop. Yeah.
I just want to say this because we're not spending the rest of the night talking about this. But I do want to make sure that we understand. There are certain things that happened within a time period that because it was so polarized, there are a lot of folks that don't have any idea what happened.
Yeah.
Right? That believe that they were right there in it. And they're like, I'm watching it. I'm listening. This is whatever. Right? There was a moment where Drake had action. And then he did Tailor Made. And I think Ambush does not agree with me, but I think Tailor Made showed us flat out, you actually don't have anything.
Okay, so what's your rebut?
So I thoroughly enjoyed Tailor Made. I like the production. I like the concept. I loved it. I was like, oh, ooh, wow, okay. I enjoyed Tailor Made. I think out of everything that Drake dropped throughout this series, I listened to that the most. But then once the onslaught happened, I didn't listen to anything else. I listened to The Heart Part 6 to get through it.
Rough stuff.
Not a need to go back. But
Rough
so
stuff.
much of what Kendrick dropped all has replay value. Like all of it.
Yeah.
616, that is my joint.
So here's the funny thing. Ambush 616 in LA. That's his jaunt.
Come on now.
There is no...
Come on.
That's the one. Euphoria for me is getting played 3 times a day.
Facts.
That's been the case. That's staying the case. The song has not aged like spoiled milk the way Push-Ups has. Like, there are things about that song that, like, it literally for me sets the entire tone. And I am one of those people that is listening to lyrics in a different way. And I say that because I made a call out there a while ago asking, when people listen to new music, what is it that they're listening to? Do they listen to the beat first? Do they listen to lyrics first? One person, and this is a big, lots of responses.
Yeah.
Every single person said they listened to the music first, the beat, and then maybe they get to the lyrics. Beats are happening, I'm sure. I am listening to the words. If you ain't talking about nothing that means anything to me, I don't care if the beat is banging. There's my weird, disconnect when it comes to certain stuff. So don't get me wrong. I can turn that off in the way of like, if I'm not expecting you to bar me down, I'm not looking for that, right? But in a battle,
we battling.
What I can say for certain is Drake never knew exactly who he was going to be opposing that moment. He wanted to cover everything in one song and then another song and then another song. And instead of focusing on the person who was like, you ain't shit and you ain't never gonna be shit, do something about it. He didn't do the focusing on that, right?
People Joy said to you. Right on your point.
Yeah, when you do that to me, there's no way I can finish the thing that I was going to say. I could be wrong. I really haven't been paying attention, but maybe he felt it was a game of chess and he was never going to lose. That's 1,000% it.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't think he was going to lose. There's nothing in me that thinks that Drake thought there was a moment. I really don't, because delusion is delusion is delusion.
Right.
And when you are living in several circles of delusion, I don't expect you to have a good idea of what is actually happening, right? Like, there is a thing to pretend as if you don't know what kind of lyricist another person is.
Yeah.
There's another thing to be like, I can do what that person does and I choose not to. And I really believe that Drake was like, I could do that. I don't want to, so I don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's tight.
Well, because that would be like knowing your lane.
Right. But then you don't.
Staying in it.
But then you don't actually, because he doesn't have the confidence that he actually exudes to all of us. So he doesn't really actually know the lane. Like, Drake has the freeway, right? And then he's like, but actually, I'd like that one other, the bypass
road,
lane
yeah. Right.
that goes around the freeway.
Right.
I'd also like to do that. And I'm not saying that that's Kendrick, but what I mean is, you forgot that you didn't train to do any of the things that put you in the other lanes.
Right.
You also forgot that what you have decided to be today has nothing to do with that lane. And so the idea that you're just like, oh, I'll just hop up in this shit and I'll kill you real quick is hella funny to me, because that means, and I do believe, that means you ain't listen to Kendrick talking at all.
Nope.
Because I listen to Kendrick songs and I'm like, y'all didn't hear that man go at Drake on a Beyonce feature?
Right.
Yeah.
Because he did. Kendrick doesn't have to tell me, yes, Morgan, you're right. I'm right. I'm right.
Yeah.
He definitely goes at Drake on that America Has a Problem remix.
Yeah.
I don't hear nobody say this. I'm real quick to be like, I have a conspiracy brain. So I do understand that I'm looking for a mystery sometimes when it ain't no mystery there.
Others have joined you in that, though.
Who did?
Others have joined you in that.
Oh,
assessment.
well, wonderful.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people like,
Because this is my
y'all missing
thing.
it.
Like, if you listen to it, my man, he's literally talking about Drake, and the song is called "America Has a Problem," and then, and then he goes on to be like, this foreigner ain't gonna do this stuff over here.
Right.
So you're not gonna tell me that don't have nothing to do with nothing.
Lowe said the difference in how they moved was the confidence behind their choices. Drake wasn't acting like a top two. Kendrick acted and still acts like he's the one and only.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
No, Kendrick knows there is no competition. And so then he's going to spend his time.
That's a foregone conclusion for him.
Yeah, he's like, no, you know what's really great and what I enjoy about you is when you're over here singing and dancing and like doing your
I love it when you do that. I love it when you're over there.
Do
There's
that more.
literally no threat.
You made so much money doing that. And then Drake was like, but watch me try to write some stuff. That was big G energy, Drake.
So when I say like the polarization had people fucked up, I mean very specifically, there were people making excuses for really bad work, subpar beef work. Like, mans wasn't even spending his time talking to the person who said, fuck you to your face. He was like, and you know what? A$AP Rocky, I fucked Rihanna. What you gonna do? Who cares?
Bruh.
Who cares? He got babies.
Right.
What you got?
The whole family.
You're hiding a child. Like, literally, you can't. These are the things. My man, focus. I too have ADHD.
Yeah. Gotta tap his mic. Hello?
Hello?
Stay focused. Here.
is
we need
this
you.
Yo, right over here. We need Jess to be like, it's the first camera, dummy.
Right.
Because he's out here doing the dumb shit. Being on Aiden Ross's stream, so this is where I wanted to get the spiral that we have seen. During the beef, one DJ Academics probably made a solid 5, maybe 6 figures just from being able to say, Drake told me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, fam, I just got a text. My dick is wet. Like, the amount of times that we got to see him get breaking fucking news.
Breaking news. He'd be like, no, I know you guys are waiting, but what I've heard is a couple of days.
Right.
He is horrible.
Teasers.
Now, this same man who did everything he could to keep Drake's name in a positive light with black people. Like, very specifically. Drake has been on every popular white streamer that exists and will continue. You ain't been to a Kai, you ain't been to a act. You're literally doing what Kendrick said you are, And you're like, and I don't know what he means.
Do his accent.
Which one?
It's just
Drake? Yeah. I can't do a Canadian accent.
It's
Not his.
You're
You're cheesing, fam.
So many accents.
Didn't come up just like a white face. I loved it.
You just think I wanted it.
Just like you wanted it?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
When you were like, he's doing all the things with all the...
It's hella, like, my man has just been like, you know what I actually am? I am, in fact, a colonizing white capitalist. I can't wait to just take over and do more and make more money. Neat. Neat.
Those said on Aiden Ross's live stream, the way Drake couldn't say Kendrick's name like he's Voldemort was hilarious.
Okay, first of all, Los, you're going to have to stop taking my lines.
Not Voldemort, though.
Because I definitely was going to say that shit. He literally did. So I don't know if you guys both saw the clip of him on, they did Drizmas, which would have been a humongous deal. I'm sure it was like lightweight, a big deal. I don't know. I don't know what the numbers were.
Do they even celebrate Christmas in Canada?
Well, Boxing Day. But also he's Jewish and he ain't say nothing about nobody's Hanukkah, which started on the same day this year. So I'm not going to, and maybe I'm wrong. I didn't watch the stream.
True. Maybe.
I didn't watch the whole stream.
We're not over there. We're not over there.
Like let me be clear. What I know, the flyer and the whole situation was Drizmas.
Right.
We wasn't being
Drizmica?
Right.
We didn't put nothing's no extras, no on it. Wasn't not one piece of challah bread over there.
Nah.
You know?
It's such
Not
good
a lot
bread.
in sight.
One of the best breads.
Oh, man.
So
And make French toast with it.
Lily?
Yeah.
I'll pay Portland pizza prices for that.
I will, in fact, pay Portland pizza prices for challah bread French toast.
Shout
I
out to
will
Ella.
do that.
Yeah.
Holla. You see?
So to Los's point, to be on that stream, to know how everything this person does is in fact with a team. There is a team that read all of those letters. There is there's a person, but we don't even have to say a team. There's a person who read all of those. Then there's a person who explained all of them to him.
Right.
There's a person who was like, I read them all, and here are the ones I think you should read.
These are the winners. This is what we're
Mans
going with.
literally went with that in order to do like the most dumb little sneak diss type shit of like, oh, I'm not going to say that. You, in fact, make this man look like the boogeyman the way that you can't say his name. Oh, I don't never say fuck Kendrick. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look like a silly clown, and I want you to be better than that. You got mixed people looking down bad. I don't like it.
Yikes.
I don't like it.
You feeling away?
Yeah.
I am feeling away. Because you came, you conquered, and then someone said, hey, you came and you conquered. You doing some colonizing weird shit, and he was like, nigga, I know that you gotta, like you just can't do anything fucking right. Like, you just can't, because your idea was just come here, win, do that. Like, am I making any sense?
I
don't think I am.
Hear you say no more.
Because here's the thing, like,
I'm not saying it. I'm a little too animated.
I think you're
You are
nailing it.
impassioned.
I think you're nailing it.
And I do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
No.
Los?
No.
Los, do it make sense?
No, you're making full sense.
Yeah.
I just think that it's hard for us to watch as, to be honest, we're fans of both artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you spoke to the polarization, which is real.
Yep.
But there was never a time when we needed to take a side. We just like good music. And Drake makes
So
great
enjoyable.
music.
And in a beef, you don't
Yeah.
have to choose a side except for who is winning.
You don't.
That's the side. It doesn't mean you don't listen to the other person anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Drake makes good music. No one can front on the fact. Oh, James is in the chat. No one can front
What
on
up,
the
James?
on the fact that there hasn't been an artist in hip hop like this. Period. His like, I was really grateful for that conversation we had with Sean, where he like broke that down. He was like, think about it. Like there
Man's
are
ran this
generations.
shit for 15 years.
Yo,
Yeah.
15 years.
Which is
15
absolutely
years.
He
insane.
never went away.
Yeah.
He never went away.
No, and he can absolutely get his flowers.
Bruh.
So
But,
don't shit in the flower bed that you have great
So there's that part. Real quick, I just want to say that what I love is Ambush was like James in the chat, and what you need to know is that what James said was Lily with a heart. Because
Look. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Big Kendrick energy to you, James. Just so you know, that's what's carrying forward in 2025.
yes.
Yeah.
And I love you. I love you.
Saw James last night at the Versatile and J-Rock show.
Oh,
That
Shout out to
shit was
Versatile.
Fire.
oh Mr. Lambert.
Cliff was Cliff there. Shout out to Cliff.
Oh, yeah. Cliff
'Cause
was
I know-
spinning for him. Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Cliff. Shout out to Versatile. One of the weird things for me, I'm just gonna say this real fast. This is not on the doc. I've known Versatile since I was like 15 years old.
Personally.
Like walking into Galore and he's helping me.
Oh, man.
And-
Shout out Galore Paging.
Yo.
Voice stream.
Hello.
Our service.
And then he left and went to Music Millennium. And
Yes.
he was at Music Millennium. So
Wow.
like
Yeah.
I have
That's crazy.
had a solid relationship just musically. This man helping me, seeing what I'm buying, telling me what I should buy, that type of thing, right?
And also rapping the entire time. Like career as a musician, he's still doing it
On the outside, because he will
this is
never
happening.
say to you as he is helping you in a transaction, like, oh, also I do that.
So
No,
he'd never try to sell you his stuff.
never. Are you kidding me?
That's so
Are you
dope.
out of your mind?
That's so dope.
I'm at the show though.
Right.
I'm at
right.
La Luna at Pohop. Like I'm watching them. You know, none of that matters.
Yes, it does.
It does matter.
Oh,
It does
totally matter.
It absolutely matters.
Okay, well, what I was trying to get at is
What?
there is something absolutely incredible that you got connected to people that I was connected to in Portland
Yeah, so cool.
very much without me. Like you very much did not need me to introduce you to any of these people. So much so that I felt like Versatile's not going to remember me. One of the times that I was like, yeah, no, he certainly won't remember me. So I'm not even going to worry about it.
Stop.
That was how I felt in the moment, and he did.
My God.
But it was like, oh, I haven't seen him as an adult in a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I don't mean like I'd seen him, but had not seen him at that point for a long time.
Yeah.
And was like, there's no way he'd remember me. And now the connection is so like, Ambush is going to have to introduce me to someone I already know.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
come
funny.
on. No way.
That was funny.
No,
And he
I
didn't.
know.
Yeah, he didn't.
That
He
was
didn't.
never
It
gonna
ended up
happen.
not being that way. But there's something real sick about the way you came here,
Yeah.
and for as many connections as you had at your fingertips, right? Like it wasn't just me. My boss at the time was like, whatever you need to do. I'm how can I help
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
yourself where you want?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even know if you fully remember this, but when it was, you guys are finally moving out here, my mom was like, Morgan, there's going to be a new radio station.
Yes.
X-ray radio. Am needs to work there.
Yep.
Like, everyone had their feelers out. Okay,
Yeah.
so-and-so at Nike is like this.
yep.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's very seriously. Like,
Yeah.
So
And
the
even
fact that
name
you-
drop one of us once.
that's the thing. Like you made all of these connections, all of these friendships, all of these relationships
Yeah.
outside of the hub that could have helped, but
Yeah.
you didn't need it. Like, and that's always gonna blow my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
That's big K-Dot energy.
I knew
love
DJ
it
Cliff
here.
from knowing who DJ Cliff is.
Oh.
I didn't know DJ Cliff.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
and you know, that motherfucker a big deal.
Love Cliff.
We
I'm
are
just-
taking
I'm
him
just-
into 2025 as well.
Yes.
Versatile, a real big deal.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
Closing out the Drake conversation, Carlos said before the beef, Drake was doing things out of his lane, and it wasn't terrible.
Right.
Stepping out of his lane into a rap beef was has never really played out for him though, and that's true because I think he still doesn't quite understand that he lost to Push.
I don't believe that.
He didn't respond.
Yeah.
I don't believe that he doesn't know that he lost. He absolutely knows that he lost. You are hiding a child. You didn't get to win that. Somebody else
parenting.
Somebody else did your fucking baby shower, your gender reveal, your whole situation before you even decided that we would know it. You lost. He lost on that alone. And believe me, the rest of the song fucking don't. I don't want those things being said about me. But you're hiding a child. You lost.
Yeah.
So
I absolutely refuse to believe that he doesn't know that he lost to Pusha T. Yeah. I think that I'm sorry, Lily, to just keep talking, but I refuse to believe that he doesn't know he lost, and I refuse to believe that he doesn't know why he lost. But I don't think that he's ever going to talk about it to the rest of us. And I think he thought he took some lessons from those lumps and was like, I got this little short motherfucker. And then, you were playing a different game. And that's all I was trying to say from the beginning. This was not me being a Kendrick stan. This is me saying y'all are playing two different fucking games now.
Yeah.
Like, one of you is trying to say I'm still cool. And you lost a long time ago because you're saying I'm still cool when this dude is saying everything you've ever done is manufactured. Everything you've done was just for money and for power, and you don't care about none of this shit. And he could not understand how that links you to an oppressive mind state. And he still doesn't get it because he still has the mindset. Well, so if you, and I say that very specifically because if you gave a shit about the black community that you say you do, you would have gone on academic stream. You would have gave that man the views, the things, the that's.
He earned that from you.
He hella earned that from you. It's too much dick sucking to get nothing.
Yeah.
What was your point, Lily? Because I don't want to jump on yours.
So I was just going to say that was the, during this beef, I didn't understand why Drake kept doing anything because I was looking for logic and crazy, right?
Okay.
Which we say not to do, but we do.
I thought he learned that lesson with Pusha, right? So I was like, well, then he's not going to.
Right.
And with every level that Kendrick came back, whether it was like a super West Coast,
right? However, he came back,
execution, or the creepy super
Meet the Grams,
Sheesh.
Meet the Grams, which absolutely proves that somebody within Kendrick's fucking camp was talking to Kendrick's camp and telling them what y'all.
Yeah.
Did I say Kendrick and Kendrick? I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right.
But then to follow it up with super hyphy,
fam.
I was like, why are you still attempting to enter the race? So you have to take a seat.
Because he's playing a different game.
So to MJ's point earlier about just Drake not really understanding what game he's playing.
100.
That's why.
On the power tripping too, right? So you put both of those together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
it
why
was very powerful white man.
That's why I think he does not understand he lost a push. I think the hubris, I think the power, I think all of him still looks at that that was a cute thing that happened. Look where I am today. And he doesn't respect the part of the culture that he's being
You
forced.
are hiding a child. We only know about Adonis. No, I'm with you. I'm just trying to add to it.
He doesn't respect the part of the culture that he's now being introduced to via Kendrick.
That he never got.
He never got.
Yes.
So while the rest of us are like, you lost the push, he's like, what do you mean?
Okay. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
I think he's like, what? How?
Okay.
That guy? Yeah, that
He was
guy
like, not the guy with Sealy braids.
put a spanking.
Have you
on
seen him?
No, for sure.
shut
He's
you
like
down.
entering bank accounts
Yeah.
at that point, right?
Exactly.
And not understanding what the actual culture is feeling.
To the point. Yes.
He get the off switch on you, sir.
Oh my God.
Like-
He laid you all the way
Yeah.
out. It was a full TKO. Go parent your son.
Yeah.
Well, and this was the thing. So to Carlos to co-parent your son is hella funny, which is also a part that people didn't outside of the West Coast. I guess people weren't really feeling the I got a son to raise. You don't know nothing about that. Like you were telling me.
Why?
So Ambush was telling me that people on the East Coast were like, this is trash. Like, you don't know nothing about that. And I was like, I'm sorry. He just told you that you don't know anything about caring for your children. That to me seems big bad. Like, yeah, like you don't know nothing about that. That whole scheme, my man's went to work. Like,
I feel like Canadians do know how to raise their children. I feel like they're not called into question for the rearing of said children.
No.
Not on the level that...
I don't know what's happening, but Carlos is on the inside of my brain, and he is literally saying everything that I wish I was saying right now. Man said, Drake saying, do I look like I was left off of Bad and Bougie? And the culture saying, but you're hiding a child. Like, it's literally that. We can move forward. We don't have to say nothing else.
Yeah.
Like,
Pizza.
I just...
Sorry.
that pizza game!
We're hiding something.
Okay, well, that's a different kind of hide.
Fair.
All I wanted to make sure that we got to when it came to this beef this year and what it meant is huge disruption to hip hop, period. And that has been happening in 2024. I think a lot of people have gotten overlooked because of this beef.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of great stuff.
A lot of really great stuff. A lot of resilience was happening within 2024 when it came to rap. Like, shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, who has continuously been like, resilience award. If it existed, it's hers.
Who's your album of the year?
Oh, that's rough. That's rough stuff.
Okay.
That's rough McStuffins.
Okay.
McStuffins.
Because at the moment, I'm not listening to anything other than 2 albums that, and I mean full albums, because La Russell is getting my whole playlist. Like my man is everywhere.
Yeah.
La Russell and Larry June, y'all big tops without it being an album. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, do I call GNX an album? Because I think it's a mixtape. So if I think it's a mixtape, a project, Tyler is up there.
Yeah.
Tyler, the Creator's Chromacopia, up there. Mm-hmm. Meg is up there for me.
I thought you were going to say Meg. I honestly did.
Like, well, because Act 2 isn't like a full, it's not an album. It's tricky. But I would say that Meg is my artist of the year.
Okay.
That's my artist of the year.
She's the artist that makes me slide off my chair.
Hello. Okay.
I would say for me,
whoopsie doodles.
Album of the year, definitely Chromacopia.
Okay.
I didn't think about artist of the year, but artist of the year would be Doechii for me.
Doechii is my artist for everything, I think. Like, I think 2025 she takes over.
She gonna run it. She gonna
the reason I reserved that is we ain't even seen, Denial is a River yet. And I've had 4, maybe 5, what are they called? Like teasers, promos. Yeah. For that already. So Doechii is already like way up there for me. Album is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Love the album.
Yeah.
I just feel like that is going to get so much more spin and life in 2025 that...
You think it's like a setup for her 2025
It's the setup.
run.
Yeah, this is her being teed up right now.
Yeah. Oh, there was a analysis that you talked to me about yesterday that was on Justin Hunt's podcast about 94 coming back around. Dr. Sky said it.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So
1994?
So, yes.
This crap.
So, they were talking about Fat Joe said that 2024 was the worst year for hip hop. And I think what he meant to say was this was my worst year for hip hop.
Right. For him. For himself.
For himself, where he was like, guess what I'm going to do? Buy those Trump shoes. Guess what I'm going to do?
Get found out that I'm a dork jerkhead. A Greg Oden, if you will.
That. Like, Fat Joe was like, I'm an old head and I'm going to prove it. Like, it was unfortunate. But for him to say that 2024 was the worst year for hip hop, especially someone who's been in hip hop for so long, is like, man, I feel like the drugs did something.
I mean, like, did the terror squad show up
to say that? Or
to 2024 at all?
Not really, actually.
No.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
So I think it was a bad year for him.
Yeah.
Within that, this was a panel discussion that I was watching that had many people that had a lot of really great things to say. So I'm not going to be able to give it the great recap, but they had a lot of great things to say about how actually 2024 was actually pretty banging. 2020 through 2022, not so great for hip hop. 2023, a tee off, team people up for greatness.
Yeah.
And then this was a year for like disruption. Like there was a lot.
Yeah, that's what the word.
Because when you think about artists like Doechii, when you think about artists like the way that Tyler this album, like
the rollout was crazy.
Yeah.
So many things happened within hip hop that are not Tizo touchdown, that are not like your immediate thought when it comes to
right. Who's gonna be like at the top of it?
Right. So this was a year of really amazing art.
Yeah.
Right.
And one of the people was like building on everybody else's. So forgive me, there's a lot more that was said before this, but he was like, immediately, I'm sure our age bracket, we're thinking best years of hip hop, 94, 95, 96, right? I would venture to say that 2024 might be one of the best years because of this disruption, because of so many things that were happening, because there was exposure to things. So this exposure of Drake in the way that, for me, I frame it in political stance because that's the world and the framework with which I live. So I look at that and I go, yikes. Man's literally was like, you're out here being just an oppressor. You are looking to colonize, you are looking to take, you are looking to pillage, you are looking to, you are taking where you want, you are using where you want, you are paying no one behind you, you are moving forward to the next culture and to the next culture. And like that exposure alone was a really big deal. However, the rest of it, like so much innovation, so many people, so much newness coming. And he was like, and I know you guys are all thinking 93, 94, 95, 96. Incredible years for hip hop. I'm telling Ambush this and he was like, yo, what's crazy is, you think about those years and then you think about the buildup.
Yeah.
And so 2023 being the buildup to what 2024 is, and I still think that 2024 is a buildup because if we go by internet lore, Cat Williams, we have to blame for giving us the year of the truth, right? I'm thanking.
Right.
Because I'm literally like my whole, everything that is in me, if somebody was like, what do you want to do, Morgan? I would literally just be like, the truth. I just want like people to understand that what we're being told, what we're being taught aren't real. Right. And I want us to all know a different framework because if I'm talking to you about racism and you're like, well, that's not real because bootstraps. We're not in the same game. We're not on the same field. Right. We don't have the same tools. We don't believe the same truths. I would love it if we were all in a position where we were at least closer to that. That doesn't mean
a similar baseline.
Just a similar baseline, you know?
Joy said it feels like, and this is my opinion, 2024, most artists have been too busy doing reality TV shows and not music.
Woo! Okay, well, wait a minute.
Flames.
Who are you talking?
Flames.
Who are you talking about?
I mean, it's true that these artists that are complaining about hip hop being in its current state. Y'all not making music. Y'all making reality TV.
Oh,
you're too
yikes,
busy
yikes,
on
yikes.
loving
Right.
hip-hop.
While they're
Oh, yikes, yikes,
right.
yikes,
Like,
yikes,
y'all
yikes.
not- yeah. So for you, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Yeah.
Carlos said, saw somebody say new rappers make their style based on an abstraction of all hip hop so far. And that's a hard thing for the 90s rappers to get.
Yeah.
Because they were all building rap in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hella real to speak to the point of Fat Joe and how some of these old heads are getting it so wrong. Ice Cube, like, we do have examples of old heads. And when I say old head, I understand that I'm not that far behind. But like, we do have the examples. Snoop came out with an album that bangs.
Ridiculous. That thing is nasty.
Bangs. That is not out of his zone. It's not out of who he is today.
No,
it's
it's
not
like a
him
perfect
trying to
marriage,
be.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
It's not him trying to be a young person. Like
Yeah.
that, and to mine and Los's point earlier, confidence absolutely is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't actually have it, when you're really good at portraying it, and this is not shade, excuse me. This is not shade. Drake is a great actor.
Right.
I appreciate his acting ability. I appreciate Drake on SNL. Those are great episodes of SNL.
Right. Absolutely.
He's really good at that. And that's just another moment of like, yo, if you could just live in who you actually are,
Be all right.
we would be so good. I will never forget the amount of men that were mad at Drake when he said in the fucking song with Eminem in it, "Don't make me catch a body." I don't want to catch a body like that. Don't make me catch a body like that.
That's not the one with M. But I know what you're talking about. Yes, because I was one of those.
Eminem's not on the remix of that?
Wait.
Remix.
I hope not. Was it one of those YouTube remixes where they just throw a bunch of people's verses on there?
What's that song called?
Little,
It's
because the one you're talking about, like it was a sing song.
Sing song.
It was a sing song.
yeah, that's
song.
Drake.
And yeah.
Who the fuck is y'all?
As your resident DEI hire, I don't know, guys.
You are our
couldn't tell
resident
ya.
DEI hire. It's off of Take Care, I think.
Yeah, that man nowhere on Take. Oh, you told the remix of it. I'm gonna say that man nowhere no Take Care.
Take that.
But Take Care is.
Is it not Take Care? Maybe it's the other one.
No, it is on Take Care. I think.
Is it Headlines? Is that how that song goes? This part is neither here nor there.
Right.
The point, no, it's not that song. Now I'm thinking of a different song. I'm sorry. It's where he says, "Don't make me catch a body like that."
Yeah.
And I remember the amount of men that were like, "This motherfucker here ain't catching not one
Not a
motherfucking body.
single body.
Da.
It me.
And me being like, right. Like he, correct.
Morgan said to me, there was never a point where I ever thought Drake was catching a body.
And I didn't take it as that means Drake's about to kill somebody. Like, that's not what that means. It's a song, right? But then he was like, you know what I'm going to do? Mob ties. I'm going to actually tell you guys that I'm a gangster with a hard ER. And like, I didn't want that.
That's how-
Because now all of the things that I already like saw in Drake and was able to explain in Drake,
Right.
all of a sudden you like, no, but for real, I'm that.
I am
No,
a
the fuck you're
gangster
not.
rapper.
Right.
No, the fuck you're not.
Right.
You live in Calabasas.
No,
You don't even
Yeah, Lily said no.
not the
down the road from the Kims and them.
no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't.
You can't catch an episode.
Okay, now we went over.
Yeah, I was just,
We did none of our show. Thank you for listening.
I was just gonna
We
check in with Jess.
recapped literally none.
See if we're okay to go a little bit longer because I do want to get to the rape culture.
Speaking of Drake,
I have to piece. Oh,
Oh, damn, Lil.
sorry. I had the devil on my shoulder.
No, I would say, are we good? Okay. You make your run.
Yeah.
I'll start reading this story.
I think you should.
I got Lils here. You know, I'm not solo dolo.
Yes, that's
No,
me.
it's going to be so good.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So rape culture is the conversation we're jumping into right now. So trigger warning for anyone, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe we should have mentioned at the top of the show. Dominique Pellicotte. That case is a harrowing account of a prolonged sexual abuse and betrayal of his wife, Giselle, in France, culminating in a landmark trial that concluded in December 2024. So, a little bit of background here. Imagine being married to someone you trust, only to find out they've been betraying you in the worst way possible. That's what happened to Giselle Pellicotte in France for almost a decade. Her then husband, Dominique, secretly drugged her with lorazepam, a sedative that knocked her out completely. While she was unconscious, he raped her. And if that wasn't horrific enough, you don't know anything about this?
I don't.
Lily, get ready. As if that wasn't horrific enough, he invited dozens of other men to assault her and even recorded these attacks and shared them online. This happened over years. This nightmare only came to light in 2020 when Dominique got caught looking up a woman's skirt. Then the police found thousands of images and videos of sexual abuse. Much of the footage was his wife and some photos of their daughter.
No, what a nightmare.
Yo.
Okay.
When Giselle was shown the evidence, she was shattered. She had no idea any of this had been happening. It was like her whole world had been turned upside down. Fast forward to 2024, Giselle waived her right to anonymity, something a lot of survivors don't do because she wanted the world to know what happened.
Big that energy.
Yeah. She wanted to shine a light on how drug-facilitated sexual assault can go unnoticed and how our systems need to do better.
Yeah.
So with that particular case, I believe there's 50 men, or maybe 50 plus, that went on trial for that.
That were a part of
that particular, that specifically.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Please continue.
We had covered it, I want to say, one of our Thursday mornings a couple of months ago. It's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. And the amount of courage that she's showing in like, I mean, could you imagine having lived this long with this person and then you get the reality of what your life has actually been? Like, this man has been drugging you for over a decade.
No. And as a woman, and it's the layers that you are gonna have to go through and process,
right?
Is insurmountable. It's not even something that I think we could ever even accurately describe to men who have never felt victimized, pursued, or violated by another man.
Right. So,
let alone a partner.
There's a 70,000 member group chat.
Of course there is. That's
sexual assaulters.
Yeah, that's not shocking.
Reportedly, 70,000 men were part of a private online group where they shared tips, tricks, and advice on how to sexually assault women. These men openly discuss how to manipulate, coerce, and assault women, often under the guise of seduction or pickup artistry. The discussions were not just about sexual violence, but also about how to avoid getting caught and how to manipulate women into situations where they could be assaulted. This group reportedly existed on platforms like Telegram or other encrypted message apps, was a hub for misogynistic ideologies. It was fueled by a dangerous blend of entitlement, objectification, and dehumanization of women. Members of the group exchanged advice on how to drug women, how to bypass their consent, and how to exploit vulnerable situations. The existence of such groups highlights a larger issue on how some online spaces foster toxic masculinity and normalize harmful behaviors towards women. This case is part of a broader conversation about the culture of rape and performative consent that we live in.
Can I stop you?
Mm-hmm.
Because this kind of story in which 70,000 people, this is one group chat, one. I stopped you because I don't want us, time-wise, I don't want us to get past the part where it's like, this highlights what harmful behavior and toxic masculinity and all of those things. It wants to us to pay attention to what should be happening online and what kind of regulations should be happening to make it so that this kind of thing can't happen, or that you can't have these encrypted conversations, or that and there's something that we talk about when it comes to abolition a lot. You're like, what do we do with these certain people, right? Excuse me. And I will say, when we talk about a society that is based around people rather than profit, there is a different fostering of society that happens, right? At no point, and this is, to me, this is because I know how much we hate the word patriarchy, but because we live in a patriarchal society, and I don't know if I said that right, but because we do, we still have to have conversations about what consent is. And we still have to have conversations about what it looks like to have assaulted somebody else. Y'all know what assault is when you don't want it done to y'all.
Right.
Y'all know what it is when you're making jokes about that dude's gay or whatever. Right. You know what it is.
Not real assaults. Like,
right.
That's terrifying to you.
It's terrifying to you.
It has largely never happened to you.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
It's also, who's the perpetrator? The perpetrator is a man, right? And the same men who come to you to tell you not all men every single time you say anything generally about men are in that fucking group chat. And they're the people talking about tips and tricks and how to do and all of this and and then they will be the same people that have no idea why a woman would choose a bear over a man in the woods, and will spend their days and their hours arguing you down how stupid a bitch you are because you want to be alone in the woods with a bear and not a man. Make that, is the man Diddy? Or a bear, and all of a sudden y'all motherfuckers got it.
Well, they have it for themselves.
No, yes, no,
right?
yes, certainly. Thank you. But that's my point, is that all of a sudden you understand what that means.
But again, and we're probably saying this the exact same thing, right? But I think I want to reiterate that because you understand that fear for yourself, unless you let that bleed over and in a much larger occurrence, normalcy, to somebody else,
using that framework with the rest of the world. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. There's this education that has to happen, right? And there's conversations that have to happen. And this is, I am not, most of the times when we see anything where there is a kid involved in anything wild in the news, very rarely am I like, where are their parents? Because probably at work. And I don't even mean like they're not involved. Like they're probably at work.
Hashtag capitalism.
Right.
Right.
Like there's so much that we don't get to teach our kids, right? But there's something that I just really got to say to white parents out there, and especially white parents of white men, white boys becoming white men. Boys
to men, if you will, but of the white version.
Variety.
Variety, thank you. Variation is those two words coming together.
I love it.
We get the where were the parents all the time when a young girl has been assaulted. We get where are the parents when young girls go missing. very rarely, if there is something to do with a boy taking someone's eye out, a boy shooting someone on accident, a boy killed this lady doing a wrestling move, a boy did that, like, it's never.
Boys will be boys.
It's literally boys will be boys.
Yeah.
It's never where are the parents. When it comes to what men become, if you think that your parenting and your, like, how to actually not treat a lady, because that's even within patriarchy.
Yeah, and treat a person.
How to treat a person, because you don't treat women as people. And there's got to be a moment that men are able to recognize that. Obviously not all men. But
No, all men. That's always my response whenever it says not all men.
I know it is, but
All
there
men.
are men that do know, and so there we
Tell
are.
another man.
That's why it's all men.
I'm
Yep.
here for all of these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I guess my point is I don't want a non-trained man trying to teach a non-trained boy. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for parents to parent their children in a way that is less about the harlots they have to stay away from and more about learning what the fuck consent actually means and knowing what a relationship is. And I can't expect that from certain generations because they don't fucking know either. So but at this point, I don't have anyone to look at other than the white women and men that are raising white boys that become white men, that become the center of all of this stuff. And I am not in any way saying that men of color and black men don't do these same things. What I'm saying is there is a nature to some shit. And by that I mean patriarchal ideas, hierarchy, we are the ones and y'all are subpar and that is.
It has an impact. It's
a huge impact, and it is the way that if it's the framework with which you parent, you have to understand that yes, that school shooter is yours.
Right.
And yes, that rapist is yours.
Right.
And I don't know what you're going to do to make it different, but to explain that one, other people are not yours. Other people, women are not subpar to you and whatever the fuck it is. But go ahead. It looked like you were about to. Oh.
No, I mean, I of course have so much to say. And so what I will say is this does not need to be a part of your son's American dream. So do something about it.
Boom.
See, that's what you do.
Boom.
Ask a white lady to say some stuff. Sometimes they just
ask a white lady in 2025. Don't please don't. That is more of a Greg Oden.
You can ask some. No, put it together. You can ask some white ladies some things in 2025, but you're gonna have to know who to ask and why.
We need evolution.
Talk to us.
Mindset, forward thinking, larger picture,
imagination,
imagination, creativity. We need a larger conversation about that at another time. I could stay here in my basement all night because I live here.
Right.
In fact, if y'all want to just stream me in, you guys can leave.
She's ready. She's ready.
So ready.
I'll do my own camera switches. I'll do my own camera switches.
Leave my mic on.
Right.
No, we need so many things in 2025. And I have one quick thing to say before we leave. And it goes back to all of the amazing things that are happening in hip hop currently. When shit on a large scale is terrible.
Yeah.
The art that comes out of it is incredible.
Yeah.
And that might be the only thing I am looking forward to seeing on the other side of whatever the other side of this is.
Yeah.
Right?
To compound that, I saw a post today from shout out to Laia. It was a snippet from a speech that Jimmy Carter gave at the White House. And he was speaking specifically about the importance and impact of black music on American culture.
Yeah.
And It was like a 5 minute, maybe a 3 or 4 minute snippet, but it was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And this was like in 79, I believe.
He was a man before the time that was ready for him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I saw you react to, was it to...
It was to the chat.
Yeah.
Just a real quick joy in the chat. And I hope that this is okay that we're reading this, babes. I don't, if it's not...
We're asking
I'm sorry,
your consent.
Right.
and I will never do it again. But she said, as a person who's a child victim of molestation, sexual, and pictures, ended up in foster care, a victim as a teen and adult. I am a mother now and choosing to be alone out of fear of my kids being hurt. I should not be in fear, but I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that right there is the realest shit anyone ever wrote. And you should not have to be in fear. You have no reason to not be, though.
Yeah.
So as much as you shouldn't have to, nothing around you tells you you shouldn't be scared.
And that's why it's, for me, it's always going to be yes, all men. Because, like, to your point again earlier, if you're not an active participant in that type of behavior, cool, you're not getting a trophy. You have a responsibility to make sure the men around you aren't active participants, and you're doing everything you can to make sure spaces are safe.
Yep.
So if we're still living in a place right now where women just being outside, standing in one place, feel unsafe, then no, the work isn't even close to being started, nevertheless done. So yeah, every man is responsible. It's just, you don't get to live on this island of, I don't do this stuff, so I'm great and the world's better. No.
Right.
Nah, because if you are also not doing those things, but telling everybody you don't know anyone who does,
you're perpetuating it.
Telling everybody you don't know a man that has ever done or has thought about or like, the thing is that if we could, and I say this all the time, patriarchy has us all fucked up, but mostly men, because y'all are over here making excuses for things that aren't even real. And like the idea that you have to hold yourself to a standard that you were taught the same way we were.
Right.
I'm not trying to hold y'all to that. I want you to unlearn it. I want you to know that coercion is not fucking cool. And that, yes, you were taught that. And I want you to be able to recognize that's what I've been taught my entire life. From cartoons to now.
Start there. You have to start there.
Yeah.
I've been told that all I had to do was talk her into it.
That's it.
Like, I need y'all to recognize the things that you have been taught and the things that you have perpetuated in order to stop doing it.
And you get to let go of that responsibility.
That's it, Lily.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you didn't.
Because it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't yours. But you can, what is your responsibility is let it go.
Never
not
do
push
it again.
Forward,
right.
And then holler at your people that surround you and let them know.
Yo, look what I learned.
Yeah.
That's not the energy we're taking into 2025.
But you have to start with owning it.
Yep.
You got to.
Yeah.
You got to start with owning it. You got to start with looking at your past actions.
And they might look real ugly.
And understanding and owning those past actions and being prepared to deal with whatever consequences may arise from someone else wanting to approach you about those past actions. Like, period. I'm not saying everybody's puff, but the reason I'm so easily believable of anyone in that orbit doing the things that he did is because you cannot be that close to it and stay clean. You just can't. And if you are that close to it and you manage to keep your hands in your pocket, I just watched, you're guilty.
You're still foul.
If you don't go to those
You're not guilty
parties,
of those things, but you're foul of you're foul of letting it happen.
If you don't,
you're foul of allowing that to continue to take place. I'm sorry.
If you don't go to those parties because I know how they get down, you're guilty. And that's what a lot of people are saying right now. I don't.
I'd be using a different word.
I don't mess with puff parties. Why?
Right.
Because sexual assault happens and you know that?
I quit going because
I saw, somebody told me this is why it's everybody's responsibility.
Well, the fact of the matter is you not going because you heard a thing doesn't make you guilty. That word does a thing for me. What it does make you is complicit. If you are not going to say anything and you just know that there's going to be 6 puff parties like that a year, but you get invited, but you just don't respond, you know what's happening there. And you know that that's a secret, rather, an open secret to this group of people, but a secret. Like the general public doesn't know that there are 6 puff parties. I don't know if there's that many, but you know what I'm saying? They don't know that there's 6 puff parties a year.
Right.
That everybody knows if you go to one of them, you're doing a 13-year-old. Like,
right.
But the moment that you know and the moment that you decide, I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to take myself out of it, appreciate you for making a good decision for yourself. At what point? At what point does it mean more to you for you to say, hey, there's some wild shit happening over there?
Right.
Because that's not snitching. This ain't snitch culture. That ain't we don't do none of that. Don't let the capitalist who puff turn that around and tell you that you being a snitch.
At what point does that good decision you made for yourself turn into a good decision for somebody else?
That's it.
Right now.
Right.
If that has not been a part of your mantra in the past,
it needs to be moving forward.
Exactly. That's the thing, is we can talk about who should have done what at what point in history, and if that actually amounted to anything, shit would be wildly different right now.
But we're right now, right? We're creating history every day.
Right now, yes.
At the end of the year closing,
right?
We are not moving forward with complicit energy.
Ambush does the whole close on his own.
Great.
Mine died too.
Bruto says, I've collected a solid unlearned shit and Be Better library from Third Eye Books here in Southeast Portland.
Yes!
Yeah. Shout out to Third Eye Books.
Wrong one.
Shout out to Third Eye Books, for real.
You know,
Third eye.
Oh man, thank you everyone in all of the chats. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Jess. Thanks for kicking us a little bit longer.
Thanks, Jess.
Kicking with us a little bit longer tonight.
Just making it happen all the way.
He is the K-Dot.
So that's another News of My Fiance Monday Night Raw live in person live Raw in the books. Thank you for spending quality time with us. This episode was made possible by our in-studio crew.
Yes.
And our remote crew. Michelle, Ross, and Kyle. Shout out to our studio sponsors. Our studio sponsor, We Out Here Magazine and Spirit of Justice, for hosting us.
That's not Louis.
From their spot. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, though, we in here.
Yeah.
We in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Again, amazing. I keep looking at the, when we were setting up and just the wood and all this. It's warm. It's great.
Oh, it's called Naughty Pine. We never did it. This is Naughty Pine.
Naughty
guys.
Pine?
Don't be so naughty.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that is the wood that's happening here? No, I see it.
Yeah.
There's so many nuts.
And thanks to you all for staying engaged with us. Keep up with us all week throughout the week. Follow us on IG. And News of My Fiance. You can follow me at Scambeezy.
That guy.
Follow Portland Morgan. Boom, boom, boom. And Lily, where do they follow you?
Well,
silliest Lily you know. Oh,
because I am.
It's
I
true.
am the silliest Lily you know, and I would be active on the old IG. I've been known to still dabble in the face space, unlike Morgan. I'm not yet on the X's.
All right, don't skip it. Hop on the
Do not go there. Go to Threads.
Go to Threads. Blue Sky's tight. I'm over there. Yeah.
TikTok.
I'll get more active. I'll be less of a Greg Oden in 2025.
And definitely hit up the Patreon again. Like we said, we have the free level. There's some content over there to check out.
And hit the paid level so that I can pay my bills and stuff.
Money guns will be pulled out.
Money guns. You can do that at patreon.com/News of My Fiance.
Yes.
And extra shout out to our patrons that are already getting involved with us. Shout out to Ella, Ross, and Michelle for show.
Breaking bread.
Y'all know what it is. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people. None of us are free until we're all free. And we will catch you next week. Because we're taking Thursday off.
No Thursday. No radio.
We're taking Thursday off this Thursday.
I'll be so hungover.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll catch you guys next Monday night. 6:30 to 8:30, right here on the YouTubes and the Facebooks.
Mwah. Bye.
Face
Thanks for tuning in. And you can catch this show streaming live on YouTube every Monday night from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And our podcast episodes are available everywhere you listen to podcasts except Spotify.